The Vivek Ramaswamy issue today is, first of all, going to be understood by maybe, I don't know, 10% of the population, which proves he's right. Vivek Ramaswamy, and this is the most important thing in the world, is so spot on regarding this. It's not, it's music to my ears. Now, there's a lot of things that are going on simultaneously. This is where people get into trouble because there's a lot going on. But what he is saying more than anything else, if I or you or any one of us is running a company that is high tech, where we need the best of the best of the best, you sure as hell better start importing foreign workers because they ain't here. We are a society that absolutely puts no priority on critical thinking, education, technical skills, nothing. I have been saying this forever. God bless Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, a lot of people don't like him, and Coulter doesn't like him, I think, because he's Indian, which is another issue. If I can dislike Democrats, why can't I dislike Indians? I'm not saying I do, but it's a very simple question. Why do I have to like everybody? Why do I have to like cultures, races, people? Why do I have to like them? Now remember, there's a difference between liking them and demanding that they be treated as second-class citizens. But I'm here to tell you right now, I don't believe anybody has to like anybody. You may have lived in India or Italy or wherever the hell it is, and you can say, I don't like these people. I know what I'm talking about. And I think that is completely, totally up to you. I don't know if that's short-sighted, open-minded. I have no idea. But if you can dislike Democrats, you can dislike these people. It's that simple. Now, I don't know where. Remember, we have that going on. There's the Laura Loomer thing going on. But if you want to see exactly how Vivek is 100% correct, watch how people cannot handle this issue. They cannot understand the story. They cannot understand the sub-issues, the sub-directories of the issue. We had somebody before, bless their heart, cite Jordan Peterson, this charlatan who writes a book about 12 rules for living, and that suffering and finding meaning in life rather than choosing the illusion of happiness has absolutely nothing to do with this. And by the way, if you like Jordan Peterson, I don't care if you like him or religions or swamis or tarot cards, it doesn't matter to me. But this goes to show you immediately, that's not the issue. We're not talking about introspection, whether we put value on our... No. See? This goes to show you, this is the simplest of simple things to understand. And yet people have a hard time understanding. Let me read you. He says, the reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans isn't because of an innate American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation, which people are missing. A key part of it comes down to the C-word culture. Tough questions demand tough answers. And if we're really serious about fixing the problem, we have to confront the truth. Thank you. Further, he writes, our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s, and likely longer. That doesn't start in college. It starts young. And it's also perseverated and promoted by cable news, by everything from like this Clarissa Ward to Fox News to low-hanging fruit to Joy Reid to bread and circuses, to the fact that we have this new form of urban savagery, these monosyllabic dolts who jump over Chipotle counters because they got the wrong order. Brutal, mouth-breathing, missing tooth, missing chromosome hominids just reproducing like mad. Not just in terms of human, but in terms of bad culture. We have people who look to, I hate to say it, Kim Kardashian or Jay-Z. Oh, we are doomed. And when the height of the intellectual hierarchy is Jordan Peterson, we are doomed. Spinoza, Schopenhauer, no, Jordan Peterson, because we're like a lobster. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it. He writes, a culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zack and Slater over Screech in Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters, will not produce the best engineers. That might be a little bit, we might want to debate that one. Fact, I know multiple sets of immigrant parents in the 90s who actively limited how much their kids could watch those TV shows precisely because they promoted mediocrity. And their kids went on to become wildly successful STEM graduates. We have no control of our children. We have, Mrs. L has been talking about the notion of digital safety and digital contamination and how it has destroyed us. It's the truth. And parents say, I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do? Tell my kid they can't have a phone? Yeah. Tell my kid they can't do drugs? It's our mindset. It's who we are. But we talk a good game, like we talk diet. We're the most overweight culture we've ever been, but we talk about diet all the time. We talk about things. We talk, but at the simplest of levels. He is so right. Most normal American parents look skeptically at, quote, those kinds of parents. More normal American kids view those kinds of kids with scorn. If you grow up aspiring to normalcy is what you will achieve. Now close your eyes and visualize which families you knew in the 90s, or even now, who raised their kids according to one model versus the other. Be brutally honest. Normalcy doesn't cut in a hyper-competitive, does not cut it rather, in a hyper-competitive global market for technical talent. And if we pretend that it does, we'll have our asses handed to us by China. This can be our Sputnik moment. We've awakened from slumber before, and we can do it again. Trump's election hopefully marks the beginning of a new golden era in America, but only if our culture fully wakes up. A culture that only again prioritizes achievement over normalcy, excellence over mediocrity, nerdiness over conformity, hard work over laziness. That's the work we have cut out for us, rather than wallowing in victimhood and just wishing or legislating alternative hiring practices into existence. I'm confident we can do it. He absolutely, positively. And instead, and people immediately started to say, well, what about we did the space race and computers. It's like, that's not what we're talking about. That's another thing that we do. We have nobody who really understands how to critically think. The first thing they will do is they will argue with him. They won't listen to him. They'll argue with him. Oh, no. Well, Bill Gates is, that counts. Steve Jobs, missing the point. It is inherent. We have probably right now some of the most stupid people running around this planet. And there is an inverse proportionality between fertility and intelligence. The more fertile you are, the more fecund you are, the more fecundity you possess, the dumber you are. We have a group of people who don't understand anything. They are semi-literate. They're not critical thinkers. They're not even thinkers. They have no imagination. There's no curiosity. There's no nothing. And we can blame everything. I mean, you can blame TV or this or diet or psych meds. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. I don't know what the reason is. But he's absolutely right. And let me tell you something. If I want to be the next Elon Musk and do Tesla and SpaceX, I sure as hell I'm not going to be going to some public school in Oakland. Are you? No. Why do you think that is? Because I'm what, un-American? We live in a... Oh, and by the way, I couldn't believe I saw Bill de Blasio, who was saying this. By the way, Bill de Blasio was the same guy who closed down special preferences for schools. Here in New York, we have Bronx School of Science, Stuyvesant, and there's another one too. That is for the best of the best of the best, the creme de la creme de la creme. And they wanted to minimize that because that didn't comply because we tended to get more Asians than black kids or Latinos or whatever it is. We're through. DEI and all of that nonsense was a wake-up call. However, we slept through it. We talk a good game. We talk about CRT, but we really don't mean it. We really don't mean it. The people who are yelling the loudest right now on Fox News are themselves the worst purveyors of this. They don't even understand this. So let me say this again. If you want high tech, if you want the best mathematicians, the best engineers, don't go to this country, go to China. It's that simple. Now, you may not like that, it may bother you. It's the truth. Our culture sucks. We have no culture. We have no culture. We have, I want you to look. All you have to do is just look. And by the way, let me just tell you something. Whenever you say this, people will say to you, oh, you're being racist. Because that's all they can say. Look at the New York City Police Department under Eric, or what used to be this, because they've all fired or they're indicted. Look up Eric Adams. It is, I don't know what this is. Look at it. Listen to them. Listen to our mayor. When people cannot speak English, when you think so little of your culture, you don't even speak English? Can't speak it? I told you this. I am fascinated by this little particular piece of anthropology called YouTube. And there is a whole section of people on YouTube who are arrested or, and they speak a language, I don't know what this is. It's not a dialect. It's not tribalism. It's not cultural. But I don't know what it is. It is and we've always had that. Cajun sometimes is hard to understand. And maybe there's some Southern Appalachian that were difficult. But this, no. This is not just a patois. This is brain damage. And these brain damaged people are having brain damaged kids in their brain, and it's everywhere. And it goes across the board. And you can say whatever you want. And as soon as you want to fix it, people will say, do not do this. You do not see in this country, you do not see panhandlers who are Indian, Asian, Israeli. We have Israelis here. We don't. It's a culture. It's an ethnicity. It's something inherent. Vivek Ramaswamy is 100% correct. Now, if you don't care about listen, if you don't care about, beating China in technology, go ahead. Have your CRT. Have your little special classes. Have your little remote learnings. Have your folks walking around. Have teachers who can just go ahead, continue with this. But if you want to change the world, and if you want to change what really needs to be changed, you listen to him. And it's going to hurt. And people's feelings are going to get hurt because it's the truth. It's the truth. And now this word. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. Now, I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even helped negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. Now, as we speak, this is very interesting. We consider ourselves to be, I think, the best of the best. We do. This group here, the Conspiratorium. I think we consider ourselves to be the most connected, the most aware, the most sentient. And look at what we're saying about this. Nothing. What are we saying? Nothing. Nothing. Somebody was saying before, when you go to a CVS or you go to a store, you see a sign for 50 languages. Do you think that's the problem? Do you think that's the problem? Do you think that the problem that we have multiculturalism or we have people to speak different languages? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Raul said this morning, America's priorities of training, educating, and the refinement of mind, morals, and manners to provide purpose and meaning in life have been neglected. To say it mildly, absolutely. To say it mildly, absolutely. Now, this is very interesting. You say here, America's priorities of training, educating, we'll forget educating, and the refinement of mind, morals, and manners. I'm with you on that. It's everywhere we go. Just look around. And the people who are presented this don't want to understand this. Now, we can argue all day long, and we can talk about what about student visas? What do we do with student visas? What do we do with, the whole notion of visas and the like? What do we do with this? What do we do when folks come, H-1B specialty occupations? What do we do? Any problem with that? Do we need people from other countries? And do H-1B, do these visas make the most sense, do you think? Do we need them? Yes or no? Do we need them? Do we need this? Do we need them? By the way, do not let the level of this conversation fool you. Remember, there are people who are wonderful people, but they're talking about 3-letter agencies and all this stuff. It's like, can't even focus on what we're talking about unless they're saying, no, I don't want to focus. I want to talk about other stuff too. Okay, fine. What do you think is the issue here? You better believe we need foreign people in this country. You better believe it. We don't have them here. Don't have them here. If you want to compete with China and you want to have manufacturing centers here that can deal with this electronically, you better do this. You better do this. You better do this. And by the way, we're not talking about bilingualism. Listen to what's happening here. Read this. Again, you're seeing people focusing on bilingual signs, and it's not bilingualism. We have, one of our problems is that we don't speak English. I hate to say it, but some of the stuff that you write is grammatically incorrect. And you're telling me about English. You're talking about, well, we have these signs that say, I cannot believe. I don't want to correct things, but I can't believe what people write. Getting the wrong order, the tense, the verbs. I mean, wrong. Punctuation. There was a time when everybody just stopped putting periods at the end of sentences and things like that. So it's not about bilingualism. What do you think this is about? What do you think this is about? Tell me. I beg you. This is the chance for us to really talk about stuff and not the bullshit which we spend a lot of times talking about. This gibberish, we throw these ideas that have nothing to do with anything. I think there's a lot of people, I'm sorry to say this, please don't take this the wrong way. I think some of you people are just lonely. Just don't talk to anybody. Just want to say something, anything. Now, I want to talk about this issue. I want this to really be important. And I want you to prove to me that I'm wrong. You can follow a thought. What do we need to fix this? What? What do you do? Okay, again, what do we do? We need Toastmasters? What? Are you serious? Have you ever seen one of those things? It's sad. It's great for after dinner speaking if you're doing a lunch in Kiwanis, in Bhutan. What do we do? It's about creating a works with no borders, language, and culture. I don't know what that means. You don't know. English only. No. English only is not the problem. English only is not the problem. What do you think it is? We're talking about bringing foreign people to work on technical things that we can't do. And you're going to say, I don't want, unless you speak English, you can't speak English. So what about, so immediately you've left out what, 80%, 90%? Do you think it's English? Do you think that's it? We're not serious about this. We're worried about, okay, you can come here. Okay, all right. We'll pick the best people in the world, but you got to speak English. And you got to, again, it's like DEI kind of in reverse. We're doomed. We're stupid people. We're not educated. We don't even go to college. We don't care about anything. We don't read anything. We don't know anything. Do you know anyone in your family that is considered a math genius? We have this guy named Luigi, what's his name? Come si chiama? Luigi, the shooter. He's always such a genius. He's not even near being a genius. He was first in his class in high school. That's nice. It happens all the time. All the time. Every year, there's somebody who's first in their class. And they're comparing him to Ted Kaczynski because he wrote something and he wrote something. There's nothing. Do you know anybody? No. Do you know anybody in your family? No. Do you know anybody who got a scholarship? No. National Merit Scholars? No. In other countries, that's all they care about. Indian, China's, oh my God. Remember Tiger Mom? They yelled at Tiger Mom. How dare you? How dare you? Because we have this idea of the kids and they yell and they say, and we don't want to do anything. Parents don't want to discipline kids or sit around with kids because it's not a part of our culture. We say all this all the time. We say you can't keep a phone from a kid. Yes, you can. No, you can. Yes, you can. You're the parent. I don't understand this. It's who we are. It's our base. We're lazy. We've had it made. Okay, there was this great thing where we did the space program. That was nice. What else happened? Well, some other things happened. There was Silicon Valley. That was nice. But now it's done. It's not here anymore. It's not here anymore. And when AI, I can't even get people to talk about AI and AGI. They don't even understand that. They think it's a robot or something. They don't. They do not understand this. Americans, especially the ones with the flags, the MAGA people, they don't even know history. To be an American is to be hubristic. It's to have attitude. You know everything. You're smarter than everybody. You're better than everybody. And we love to say we're moral. We go to church. We believe in God. We're better than people. They're not. We are. They really believe this. They, honest to God, believe this. We are the most. And we just sit back. And it was so funny because during the time of the Rona, we absolutely went, I don't know what it is. We went full subservient. Not so much in terms of, following orders for employment, but our mind collapsed. And most people said, we can stay home? Wait a minute, you mean I can stay home in my PJs and watch Netflix and get takeout and you're going to pay me? I'm in. How many parents scream because their kids were falling back in school? Education in our system is a rite of passage. We don't speak correctly. We don't speak correctly. If you speak too correctly, you're considered a bit punctilious and priggish. And we don't like that. We don't like that. No. I've sat here before and have used a word. Somebody says, what does that word mean? I don't know. And then the jokes come. There's like jokes. And you're the best of the best of the best. You're considered the best. And nobody looks it up. It's like, I don't look anything up. No, I don't look anything up. I'm just going to, I'm sitting back. During the drone issue, that was the most fascinating. What do you think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is? It's a psyop. Who's part? I don't know. I just say something. We are absolutely, positively, 100% so doomed. It's not even funny. And let me tell you something. When we get done with today's little discourse, you know what people are going to say? Nothing. Absolutely not. I've got these, there's a picture of these animals walking around. There's a woman who stabbed somebody over a tip dispute. Somebody in Florida. These are animals. People on, check out this beast on an airline. And we taught people that you can say anything you want to distort reality to whatever extent you want by claiming to be members of genders that don't even exist, or to insist that this is not you necessarily, but to insist that I use a pronoun. We lost our minds. Go to China. I don't know when people say, you don't want to go to China. Try this pronoun nonsense in China. We've got the best. We actually had, you ready for this? Kamala, who is an idiot, who claims that when she was growing up, she and her family celebrated, of all things, Kwanzaa, which was invented after. It's like Hillary, who claims that she Remember when Hillary claimed that she was named after, I think, Sir Edmund Hillary? Remember that one? It was, and it's like, no, I don't think that was true. And they just say these things, and nobody dares say anything. Nobody said. We almost had her. We live in a country where we don't even have a president, who's somebody in the last days of his, I guess, tenure, he's off to Saint Saint Croix, and nobody says anything. So, I mean, everything, I don't understand. We had the dumbest woman, and then we had people like Lawrence Tribe and who's it, Robert Reich, and people who were educated, Ivy League, actually purveyors of this nonsense. We are so doomed, it's not even funny. And when people brought up the fact that she was obviously intellectually unable to handle the thing, you were considered either racist or whatever, racist or misogynistic or something along those lines. This is who we are. This is who we are. It is the most important thing in the world. And now I've got Bill de Blasio, who's on with that angry woman who's always angry, like she just soiled herself and she's uncomfortable. She's always got, this is incredible. Check out the Chipotle customer attacking an employee after not getting double meat and starts making her own at a Washington, D.C. Chipotle. This is an animal. This is not a human being. This is a hominid. This is somebody who says, I don't know what rules are. And we sit there. And there's nobody who will come and say, you are going to forever go into the re-education program where you're going to learn civility. Ian Miles Chong has these folks at an AI at a service station, gas station, getting this is amazing. I don't know if it's Silicon Valley. It says the homegrown elite human capital should be getting AI jobs in Silicon Valley. These are folks, guess who they are, shooting each other with machine guns at a gas station. And we're debating this. We're talking about, well, do you think maybe the H-1B? I said, wait a minute, hold it. Stop. I put up reminding you of this piece. It was these first responder types dancing with masks on. This is when I realized we are doomed. We are doomed. There's another thing I put up to show you. This is a great graphic. And I want you to go to my Twitter, whatever, at Lionel Media. And it's got a picture of, I guess, with Bart Simpson or something, pretending he's blind, and says, New York City, when a man is burning alive in the subway. Well, it's a woman, but it doesn't really matter. Blind, can't see anything. But New York City, when a man is protecting people in the subway, then he's looking all over the place. He is looking with an absolute sense of, I don't know what the word is. It's so important. Let's go look at Daily Mail has this. MAGA civil war as Elon and Vivek clash with the hard right on key immigration issue. Let me tell you something else they're doing right now. And I'm telling you this, and I hope you take it seriously because it's really true. They are trying everything in their power to separate us, to say there's dissension. Believe me when I'm telling you this. 12 people know what Vivek said on Twitter or whatever. Nobody cares. Because most of the Republicans I know are worried about, they don't care about this. They, honest to God, don't care about it. To them, the Trump administration is just a bunch of, I don't know. It's just they're like stars or something. It's like a fan club. You love these people. But they're doing everything in their power to try to say this. And people will come forward like Ann Coulter, who was just the proverbial turd in the punch bowl. I don't think she's ever been happy. I don't think she's ever liked anything. I don't think she's ever felt satisfied. And I don't even know her worth necessarily. I mean, she's very interesting, very smart, but she'll rise at the top. And she basically came after Vivek, I think, because he's Indian. Now, I don't think that's racism per se. But I am telling you this, and I want you to listen to me. There is nothing to me special about you being born here, where I'm going to fight like crazy to keep you here merely because you're born here. The fact that you're born here means nothing to me. It's more than that. It's nice. Do a good job, contribute to society, stay out of my way, don't hurt anybody. Great, you're born here. I will take you, if you are born here, and swap you out for somebody from Mumbai or wherever, or Beijing, if they're smart, industrious, appreciate this culture, appreciate our country, appreciate it. I'll switch you like that. I don't care where you're from. I don't know where this comes from. I have no. I mean, if you're American, great. If it's American made, great. I'm only going to get American made. You know, it's so funny. People will say, have you noticed all the stuff is made in China? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know how many of the NBA is black? You know how many of them are male? Do you know there are certain absolutes? And the reason why, first of all, is that you can get stuff made elsewhere. It's a manufacturing world. We don't do that here. Because when you work here, you got to show up and you got to have some modicum of education. You think we have that? Nope. Mm-mm. So why do you think that happens? What do you think that comes? Guess who's doing? Did you see China's new generation of a fighter jet? Did you see this? Where do you think all of the drones are coming? Where? I think is it Iranian drones? They're the best, or whatever they say. This is great as long as it doesn't blind you. As long as you can see beyond this. Go like this. But people do this, where they can't see anything. And they start doing this up, and it's great. God bless the USA. From this hills of the to the sun. Wonderful. Meanwhile, somebody's behind the thing with stabbing somebody because they didn't get a double meat on their Chipotle order. I'm proud to be an American. Person on fire in the subway. Are you kidding me? What does this have to do? What is this? God bless. Make America great again? I still like James Woods. Make America America again. This is going to get real brutal. And the first thing, Doge, we got to talk about is our education system. We've lost. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is like, it should be called training schools or something, or daycare. We have morons having morons having morons. And all you have to do is live. We happen to live right around, we always have a lot of these schools around us, public schools. And you might say, is different. Maybe it's New York City public school. But if this is any indication of what we're talking about, we're doomed. I don't know who these people are. I don't know where they're from. Just listen to them. We're doomed. So while you're at it, Vivek, let's talk about, okay, this notion of this. Oh, who was it? Somebody was up because Vivek was pushing an Alzheimer's drug. That's where he made all his money. Is that the best you can do? Is that the best you can do? You know what Elon Musk did when he made his money after, was it PayPal or something? He didn't buy an island or retire. See, that's our thing. We want to retire on an island. I want to retire. I want to retire. That's all. That's all we want to do. Fidelity for the golden years. This guy's woodworking a duck, planing out some mallard in his base. I don't understand what we do. I don't understand. In any event, you think Elon Musk is into? Do you think Elon Musk is the smartest person in the world? I don't. I don't even know what the hell the smartest person in the world is. We were talking one day the other day about Ted Kaczynski. So what did Ted Kaczynski do? What did he do? What did he do for society? What did he, if you met him, would you know that he was really that smart? Would you? Did he? No. But he skipped 2 grades and he wrote this manifesto about something, and he was a professor, and we kind of say, oh, you're so smart. But what did you do though? Well, he's just smart. Okay, fine. That's like saying, I am a great performer. I knew somebody one time who played the guitar. He never played with it, never played in front of anybody. Never. Oh, okay, fine. Maybe you don't want to. But I don't think he played at all. If you're if you are a singer and you never sing, if you do something, I don't know how this thing works. This is something that is so incredibly wrong with us. And Vivek, God bless him. And I know this is going to piss people off because they're confusing illegal immigration, people swarming our borders, swarming our sovereignty. They're confusing that with somebody coming to this country and actually doing something. There is, in some, you just go and look and see, go to Flushing, Queens, and look at all of the, can you get that door when you get a chance there, honey? Anyway, go to Flushing, Queens, whatever I get. Go to Flushing, Queens, and look at all of the people who are Chinese, foreign born, can't speak English, working their ass off, not on the dole, not on welfare, not on anything. No criminal record, no writing, no BLM, no Antifa, no nothing. No driving around in ghost cars with bad life. No, we got a bunch of them who are bad too, don't get me wrong, not Chinese. But there's something about this culture. That's not what we're talking about. Explain that to me. Explain that. Maybe Jordan Peterson can help me out with this one. Maybe that genius, the Schopenhauer of our time. But why do you think that is? I'm going to keep these people out? They're adding to the app, and you can say, well, they're sending money home. They're producing something. They're paying taxes. They're employing people. They're producing a service. There are people I know, I can show you, who've never had a job. Their job is existing. And the more kids they have, you know how that goes. Moynihan was right. See, nobody wants to talk about this. So God bless Vivek Ramaswamy. And keep going. Keep it. Now here's something too. Crisis in Toronto. To inculcate values. How do you, I forget, I think I missed you. It was very good. How do you inculcate values? You know the value I want to inculcate and basically coordinate? I want people to understand, if you do not pass this test, you do not advance. And the higher you do on the test, the better you will do as far as we're concerned. That's what I want to inculcate. Okay? You understand this? This is the thing. This is the bottom line. I don't care what anybody says. And this is the part which is the most important. So people are going to get upset about this. They're going to talk about stuff. Here we go. This says, Vivek's remarks did seem to convey a disdain, as if to say there is no such talent pool within the U.S. No, he didn't. Did you not hear what he had to say, Saint? Did you not hear what he said? Did you not hear what he said? And by the way, rather than saying he did seem to convey a disdain, how about, is he right? Is he right? You sound like the parent or the person who tells the police officer, hey, you can't talk to me. Excuse me, you just hit somebody in a car. Excuse me, I know my rights. You just hit somebody. What about their rights? Well, you know, he did indicate some disdain. And we don't like to be talked to. He's right. He should up the disdain. He should have contempt. I'll show you my disdain. I'm disgusted. This is the part. This is the part which is the most important. We're missing the point. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Look at this. Children with autism have a genius once they discover it. Musical, analytical, math understanding. No, they don't. Some might. Some might. Some forms of autism or spectrum disorder, it's not because of this hidden talent that the autism pushes out of the way. Oh, no, no, no. That's the people who say the schizophrenia, they're really on another frequency. No, they're not. This is anthropomorphism. We're reading something into this. Oh, no, no, no. This is please remember, do not just make stuff up. How do I say this? Do not just make things up. Like Jordan Peterson. Do not just sit back and say, well, no. It doesn't work like that. Now, one more thing I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Listen very, very carefully. What are you going to do, geniuses, when stores are closed? When are you going to, this is important, when for some particular reason, because of a disaster, because of some type of a supply chain or whatever, what are you going to do when you say, I've got to go 30 days on my own food? Could you do that? Forget 30 days. A week. Could you go a week in your family and not pull your hair out? A week, by the way, and not starting knowing it will end in 7 days, but thinking, I don't know when this is going to pick up again. Do you think that's impossible? Do you think that food stoppage, so to speak, stores being closed, is beyond the realm of possibility? If you do, I can't help you. If you think, oh, you damn right it's possible, preparedwithlionel.com. Just go and look for yourself. See, jump in at whatever level you want. That's simple. While we're on the subject, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. Mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. The great Mike Lindell. Free speech lovers, my friend. Free speech lovers. You got that? How about that Laura Loomer? Anything? Oh, please stay away from Einstein stories. You ever hear these Einstein? Einstein never talked till he was, Einstein was a terrible student. What are you talking? No. How about Laura Loomer? Anybody? Bite my nails and think of you. Have no idea what that means. This is another thing too, is this wonderful little mosaics, these glyphs of incomprehensible gibberish. What do you think? You see Laura Loomer? What do you think? Anybody following that one? What do you think? Anybody? I'm sorry, Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer. Did I say Laura Logan? I meant Laura Loomer. Pardon me. Laura Logan is very good. Lara Logan. I think it's Lara. Lara is one of those words like Naomi, Lara, Laura. Lara Trump, they call her Laura. I don't understand this. Loomer. What do you think about that? You following that one? You got that? You got that? Somebody says, okay, nuts. Who's nuts? Again, it'd be nice if you say, Loomer is nuts, or nuts to me, or nuts. Do you think so? Do you really think she's crazy? Think she's nuts? You think so? I think she is extremely assertive. You think it's the fact, you think she's assertive? I mean, she certainly is, but do you think that's it? Assertive? What's going on with Loomer? Don't worry. Nothing. Loomer is a bit crazy. How about that? Oh, what was this? Loomer is a bit crazy, but 100% accurate. You think she's crazy? What is crazy about her? See, we do this thing too. This is the most fascinating in the world. I love this. Peace Out says, no one cares. That's the American spirit. That's it. Thank you, Peace. Appreciate it. Nobody says it better than peace out. Nobody cares. I don't know. Loomer is a passionate troll. What does that mean? Again, nothing well thought. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? What is she saying that's wrong? What is she saying that's problematic? Does it matter? What is the difference between her and Abby Hoffman or anybody else for that matter, or anybody who's from Richard Pryor to Carlin to anybody else who has been limited in this? Anybody? Nobody. For those who care, no one cares. See, this is it. All right, I'm going to give up. That's it. I'm done. I tried. I swear to God. This is the most important thing. I hope, though, please do not let this bother you. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't help it. We're not able, I think, to grasp sometimes the enormity of a situation. We really don't. And not only that, do we not want to grasp it? I don't think we can grasp it. And I'm saying this not being mean, but I hope this is not representative of the rest of the people listening. This is this is an existential argument. Absolutely, positively. If we're going to exist, to prosper, to grow as a society, we have to realize one thing, that there are people who live here who are worthless. And that we need people from elsewhere who have skills, math, science, technology, education, engineering, who can help us. Art. We suck. And look no further than this incurious gibberish, especially people who can't even speak English. And we have this thing about, wait a minute, we got to be foreign born. There are people from foreign countries who speak better English than we do. But that doesn't mean anything to anybody. Those are values. We always talk about inculcating values. That doesn't even mean anything to us. Vivek is right. And I'm surprised it took this long. And I've been screaming about this forever. The education system is a joke. NWA, wrestling, WWE, is more to actual Greco-Roman catch wrestling than the public school system is to actual education. We are slaves to DEI, to quotas, to affirmative action, to trying to level the playing field. And this is from the left, who systematically, deliberately, and deliberately want to destroy our meritocracy based upon their fanciful ideas of fairness and the like. This is going to be our end. This is our end. You can joke all you want. You can laugh. And I understand it. Sometimes you feel like, what am I going to do? This is as serious as it gets. Thank you, Vivek Ramaswamy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep going. And when we bring in all of these foreign-born who seem to know a little bit about science, technology, engineering, math, and arts, I can get a bunch of people that I want to send to some other place. Get rid of them. We have sloths. You might call them sloth. A sloth, slovenly, torpid, otiose, concretized, useless, nothings, walking hominids, people barely able to put together a thought, people who don't speak the mother tongue, who can't, who never did. And those inbred homozygotic freaks have further spawn, stay on the public dole, and everybody's happy. Think I'm exaggerating? You don't know reality. It's a wake-up call, my friends. It's a wake-up call. But remember, we aren't supposed, do not let this destroy us. The left wants us to fight among ourselves. We're not going to do this. I understand the limitation of my brethren. I'm not part of the right, but they're as close to what I see as the direction we need to go as possible. But there's a lot wrong with this. Oh, a lot wrong. Republicans, the right, I don't even know what they're talking about. But the left is so bad and so dangerous that they're not even in consideration. All right, dear friends. Follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Don't forget to subscribe to this. This is serious stuff. I'm not kidding around. I'm not. Nothing funny about this, my friends. Nothing funny about this. This is as serious as it gets. One more time, Vivek. Thank you. Keep it up. Remember these final words. A monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dead.